ready for Homeland the movie. You're watching Beyond the Trailers review of Zero Dark 30.
Believe this story? Osama bin Laden?
Yeah.
What convinced you?
Her confidence.
You're on a list. You, of all people, should know that once you're on their list, you never get off.
There's a 60% probability he's there.
But luckily for Sony, Homeland only averages about 2 to 2.5 million viewers an episode. Sure, it's burning up iTunes and on demand, but that still leaves a ton of moviegoers out there who have yet to see Carrie Mathison hunt down Abu Nuzir and seriously crush on soldier-turned-terrorist Nicholas Brody. But fascinatingly, Zero Dark 30 doesn't just mirror Homeland in terms of plot. Both are big awards winners. Homeland has already laid claim to numerous Emmys and Golden Globes, while Zero Dark 30 has suddenly become a big frontrunner this year thanks to early Best Picture wins from the National Board of Review, New York Film Critics Circle, Boston Society of Film Critics, and the Washington, D.C. Film Critics Association. But it should be no surprise that Zero Dark 30 is a quality piece of work. First of all, it's helmed by Kathryn Bigelow, who's already a pro at depicting our conflict in the Middle East. She won the Best Director Oscar for The Hurt Locker back in 2010, and the film also won Best Picture. Then on top of that, she and Mark Bowl, who also wrote and produced The Hurt Locker, have made Zero Dark 30 twice. See, they were all set to make a movie about the hunt for Osama bin Laden when, lo and behold, just as they were about to start shooting, we caught the guy. So Bigelow and Bowl had to go back and start again, revisiting all their military and intelligence contacts to tell this new story literally ripped from the headlines. And it was all that groundwork they'd already done that allowed the duo to turn around a film so quickly on a very current event. And fittingly, for a film from the first woman to ever win the Best Director Oscar, Zero Dark 30, along with Homeland, shines a light on the changing face of the CIA. Once a boys' club, the CIA is evolving into an agency where women are not only welcome but thrive. I urge you to check out an interesting article that was recently published on CNN's website, which details this change and theories on why it's happened. It's written by CNN's national security analyst Peter Bergen, who has his own book coming out about the search for bin Laden. But while Zero Dark 30 is certainly well researched and features impressive talent in front of and behind the camera, will it click with audiences? Its trailers have continually played it close to the vest, divulging very little story to draw one in. Plus, The Hurt Locker is the lowest grossing Best Picture winner since 1978, and recent films with a similar theme, such as Body of Lies, Green Zone, The Kingdom, and Jarhead, all failed at the box office. Plus, there's a chance audiences could feel it's too soon to tell this story. Let's go find out. This movie's been getting a ton of buzz. Does it live up to the hype?
Absolutely. I think so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, as far as like a Best Picture contender or just based on the timeliness of its plot.
Yes, I wouldn't exactly call it hype. I understand that it would disturb a lot of people from a lot of different political aspects and also from governmental aspects. Yeah, I think it would.
Well, what would you say to someone who goes, but I watch the news. I've heard all these stories. Why should they see the movie?
Well, I mean, it depicts stories that you've heard, things that I don't think you've heard because so many things are covered up.
The news story, they show them how they identify them.
Oh, okay.
You know, how they did it.
Yeah.
I don't want to give everything everybody wants to see.
But they don't show it here?
Yeah,
or?
they don't.
They don't?
No, they do not.
So which do you feel was the more rewarding experience, the news story or this movie?
I think the History Channel show.
The History Channel show is a little better?
Near the end.
There were some points where I felt that the soundtrack took me out of the action a little bit. Most of the performances were very solid. Some moments, again, would pull me out of the story.
It's like the events, they are a bit slow in this, and you know, there's just sometimes there's like too many characters to keep track of, and that would like, you know, get you off the film.
So how was this from an entertainment standpoint? Was it fun to watch?
Oh, enticing.
It's an educational film.
Okay, all right, cool.
The reality of the storytelling is what's most riveting to me.
Oh, excellent.
I think Bigelow is doing some of her best work. I'm amazed that this contends with The Hurt Locker. I mean, after you win Best Picture, Best Director, usually your film sort of decrease a little bit, but she really kept up her game.
Well, also there's big deals being made of the fact that it has a female lead, you know, and that women are being more in the CIA. Did you think that she was as compelling as if you had a male lead, or do you think she was?
Makes no difference. Somebody has to do the job.
Yeah, it's true.
I actually think it's kind of normal because she seemed to be the pivotal person that was involved in the story, and so it's obviously it should be told from her perspective.
What did you think of Jessica Chastain? How was
she was just brilliant.
Yeah?
I've seen her in other films, and she's really couldn't get any better than this.
My last question for you is, do you watch Homeland?
On occasion, but I don't make time for it.
Oh, no.
I don't. I bought the first season on Blu-ray. I'm going home for Christmas, and I want to watch it then.
Oh, cool. What do you give the film on a 1 to 10?
I give it an 8 out of 10.
An 8?
I give it an 8.
9.
I think I'd give it a 9 or a 10.
So while audiences agree that Zero Dark 30 is one of the best films of the year, they don't think it's dead on target, overall giving the film an 8.5. And speaking of the best films of the year, be sure to vote in Beyond the Trailer's end-of-year poll for the top 10 movies of 2012. Go to tinyurl.com/BTTVote2012 now through January 3rd. I'm Grace Randolph reporting from Regal Ewok, and I hope to go beyond the trailer for these other top movies.